How are ya? Need to fix this. It's a little low. Can y'all hear me all right? I'm wearing a hat because growing this hair out is a nightmare. It's a freaking nightmare. Can't stand it. Hey, DK, you're here. Good to see you, man. Today, I've got, you know how I like Blaire White, right? Well, puppies. They're all chewing on chew toys, so. Yes, comics. Not exactly. We are not going to be talking about people abusing children. This is going to be a little bit different. And let's see. Whoops. Shitballs. I have a nice funny for everybody too. That is pretty awesome. That Don Jr. did after Cheney lost. But I hope everybody's doing well. I've got I had a weird thing going on where I wake up in the morning and my head's, see, I say woozy or swimmy. You know, woozy apparently is a New England thing, but the VA was like, what's that? So she explained it as lightheaded. And I've been getting up in the morning lightheaded, waking up lightheaded for the past week and possibly week and a half. So, could be I'm anemic, could be that I'm eating like crap, because I am. But, no, it's not vertigo. That I do know it's not. But thanks, Di. Let's go ahead and roll on this because, I mean, it's not about child abuse, but it's gonna piss you off. Let me check my volume on the video. Okay. Let's hope it's not too loud. Okay. Bink.
You can quote me on that. To which I replied, and you're going to make one superb prison. Quote me on that. Oh, hey. Welcome back to my channel. We are gathered here today to drag the ever-living out of a disgusting ass, predatory ass, loser ass, dumpster juice ass, bottom of the barrel ass trans activist named Eli Erlick. Now, I know I've done videos on a ton of really awful people on this channel. This one's gonna take the cake. This is gonna go down in history. This is one of the absolute worst, if not the worst. Actually, it's the worst. And you know, I had a fun video for once planned this week. I think I'm gonna post it at the end of this week. But this one just seemed a lot more urgent to me to make.
Yeah. And I gotta admit, I like the whole lipstick or the gloss with the knife reflection. It's kind of cute, but that's not. I don't wear that stuff, so.
Genuinely been trying to take a step back from making these predator videos, especially these trans predator videos, because honestly, mental health cannot be in tip-top shape if I'm consistently like familiarizing myself with these awful stories, these awful people, the details of their cases, and like that can't be good for my brain. Not that my mental health isn't already like completely shot. I'm a girl. So Eli has been making headlines
wait,
already.
You guys.
The details of their cases, and like that can't be good for my brain. Not that my mental health isn't already like completely shot. I'm a girl. So Eli has been making headlines for publicizing and admitting to operating an illegal drug trafficking scheme aimed at providing hormones and trans-specific drugs to underage children. Now, that's already incredibly depraved, right? Like, honestly, the video could just end there and we could just write this person off as like, this is a monster. Yeah, for real. And you may have seen people like Libs of TikTok and Matt Walsh. You definitely don't want Matt Walsh on your ass going after Eli, and justifiably so. I completely support the fact that they are attacking Eli and trying to get the law on this person, because you can not be sending drugs to children over the internet and think you're a righteous person, think that you're a moral person, think that you're doing the right thing. But that's just one aspect of the story. What's come to light about Eli is even worse, actually, that there are years of allegations, sexual assault allegations against Eli that are now surfacing because of the illegal drug trafficking scheme. So there's layers to the depravity here. There's levels to the shit. So we're just going to get through it one thing at a time. Let's start with the illegal drug trafficking scheme. So in a since deleted post, she said there are over 20 states trying to criminalize hormone therapy, particularly for trans youth, for good reason. Just my take. So my friends and I had an idea. Sending out our extra prescriptions around the country. Sounds completely safe. If you need hormones, I'm working with a distribution network to get you access. Everything is free, no questions asked. We have hundreds of doses of testosterone, estradiol, spironolactone available right now. All are prescribed by doctors and unused. You're not a doctor though, Eli, so the fact that you think you can give children whose bodies are still developing drugs, like you're going to hell. Anyways, each package comes with information on dosage, obtaining blood work, etc. I realize this is only a band-aid solution. We need full access to affirmative medical care from professionals immediately. However, missing a single dose of hormones can be devastating, especially for trans teens and those new to hormones. These laws are outrageous. Yeah, so outrageous. People want to protect kids from making permanent body decisions. So outrageous, and I can't wait for them to be overturned. In the meantime, DM me if you need HRT or if you have overprescribed hormones you'd like to send out. So we're going to break down the depravity here. Eli wants to send drugs out to children all across the country, drugs that cause permanent bodily damage and changes to the people who take them, drugs that are very serious, and thinks that she's the moral person, the righteous person, and is some sort of modern day Harriet Tubman. You ain't Harriet Tubman, bitch. You ain't running no Underground Railroad. Like, you're a piece of shit. And anytime you're publicly asking minors to DM you, a little bit of a red flag is popping up, especially when you understand the accusations against Eli from years prior. They're gonna...
So, pausing it quick, because I want to say, I'm going to go with it's female. Just saying. And yes, I'm saying it, because I can't fucking tell, and it doesn't deserve to be referred to in a human way, because it's disgusting, because it wants to give drugs, body modifying drugs to children.
Red flags popping up, especially when you understand the accusations against Eli from years prior. They're going to make the whole asking minors to DM me thing even more fucked up, but we'll get to that. You know, Eli's not a doctor. What happens when these kids who are taking these very serious drugs at your hands, Eli, have issues, have negative reactions, have bodily changes they regret? You're not going to be on the hook, are you? No, right. Because you're operating in the black market. Although it's not that black of a market considering you're admitting it online. At first I was like, you know what? The fact that Eli is willing to publicly state that she's committing a felony and operating an illegal drug trafficking scheme aimed at minors, it takes some balls to do that, right? Like, no pun intended. Or was it? I was thinking, wow, she's really delusional to think that she's not going to get in trouble. But you know what? It's not actually delusion. It's reality. People like this are so accustomed to escaping consequences that it means nothing for her to post this. You slap the word trans in front of your name or trans in front of what you're doing, and you can get away with a lot of Now, as someone who has been on hormone replacement therapy for almost a decade now, because a bitch is getting old, I can tell you that these drugs can absolutely ravage your body if you are not very precisely dosing them, if you're not under the strict, watchful eye of a doctor who knows what your body needs, who's monitoring your levels of both testosterone and estrogen, because you have to have both, trans people included. Also, testosterone in particular is a Schedule 3 drug that is very strictly regulated. It's very powerful. It's very dangerous to take without doctor supervision. And the fact that she wants to give it to kids is just so demented. Not to mention a felony. You're going to jail, baby. You're going to jail. Imagine being the parent of a child who is receiving drugs from this freak over the internet, and you find out however long after it starts happening. I can't. So I reached out to Eli, seeing if she had anything to say for herself, any sort of statement to give me for this video, because clearly a bitch is gonna make this video. And she messaged me saying, trans youth deserve life-saving affirmative care. You can quote me on that. To which I replied, and you're gonna make one superb person quote me on that. Because, period. Also, can I just say, these creepy pictures glorifying the drugs themselves, it's ew. So Matt Walsh has been knocking on the door of the FBI, apparently, trying to get this person taken care of, and I completely support that. This person needs to be locked up. This person needs to be behind bars. It's a wrap. And this is a wrap before I even tell you about the other shit, which is actually worse, if you can believe it. So the illegal drug trafficking scheme aimed at minors brought other allegations to light. Back in 2018, there was a young woman who accused Eli of f***ing her until she bled against her will. Danny Yun Diamond made multiple accusations against Eli, including sexual abuse. She has since taken her own life. She has since committed suicide and claimed that Eli abused her and then attempted to silence her through a smear campaign. It is speculated that based on the harassment from Eli's followers, it was too much for her and she took her own life. Now, obviously no one knows what's in the head of someone who killed themselves, but it surely cannot help if you were recently raped and then the person who raped you sent their army of followers after you for speaking out, right? Like, that's probably not going to help. Also, a very important part that I did not say in this video is that after Danny came forward and posted these allegations, Eli actually DM'd Danny. Danny made those DMs public, one of which said, "Danny, you are so important to me and so many people, and you always will be. I hurt you, and I have to do what I can to not hurt anyone else." This is literally an admission of Danny, because again, this came directly after the posts were made. And this is Eli's response. One woman accuses Eli of forming an inappropriate relationship with her while she was running an organization called the Trans Student Educational Resources Group and working with young trans people, which go back to the fact that she's having them all DM her to send drugs through the mail. Like, the victim was apparently a volunteer in Eli's organization. So right there you see the power dynamic and the power imbalance. The alleged victim specifically said, "I do not trust Eli Erlick with vulnerable young trans people, especially trans people of color, looking for a hero when they never see their experience represented."
Hold on, I'm glad you're here, Shen. And welcome to the ground crew with a K. Because it's for DK. I use the K because of DK. It's in honor of DK. And welcome, and I'm glad you're here. And Blaire White is freaking amazing. And just, I've done a couple other videos on stuff that she said. Especially the one that she did with, brain fart. Oh yeah, I can't believe I brain farted. I'll tell you after. I'll have to look at it because I'm like,
well, especially trans people of color, looking for a hero when they never see their experience represented. This was in 2017, and now in 2022, you have Eli saying, "All the trans kids need to DM me and I'll give you drugs." Like, what? Very common thread in a lot of the accusations is that Eli does target African American women and that they're all trans identified as well. Now, I know that I'm kind of like the black sheep of the trans community. I get it. Even though you would think in a sane world this fucking freak would be, but whatever. However, I know a lot of people in the community, and from the last week of talking to people that I know who have been in contact with Eli in certain circles, it's a very small community. It is a very known thing here at this point that Eli is a sexual abuser, and yet still gets this weird pass. I don't get it, because this actually has come to light at certain times throughout the years. At one point, Eli had written an article for an LGBT website called Into, and when people were commenting saying, "Why are you guys hiring a sexual abuser? This is a very known thing about this person," they took the article down and cut all ties with Eli. Like, there are actually an insane amount of posts on social media throughout the years with consistent narratives and stories about Eli. I'm just gonna read some of them here because why not? "Hi, Eli Erlick me and fuck her and fuck this article. I'm gonna go listen to Ariana Grande." That's kind of funny. "Eli Erlick is an abuser and rapist, mostly of QT POC." I don't even know what that means, but I'm assuming the POC means African American, and that is the case, that a lot of these victims are African American. "The author of this is a trans woman who had me removed from U-Haul nightclub because I called him out for harassing me. It's known in the Bay Area's queer community that he's admitted to being a rapist, fisted multiple women until they're and forced them to have PIV sex. The thing seems to be a common thread." So, semi-interesting personal story here about Eli. I remember weeks ago, before the story even broke about the drug trafficking scheme and the allegations, that she actually left a vomit emoji on my Instagram. That's on one of my pictures. I don't even have a screenshot because I didn't care that much. But I remember Eli just deciding to leave a little hate comment on my Instagram. So funny that now this has come out. She's getting a lot of hate comments, and I encourage them. Now here's another issue I have here. When you Google, we're gonna Google together, Eli Erlick, right? The articles that come up when you select the little news tab, here's how Google, who has a clear left-leaning bias, handles these kinds of stories. You Google Eli Erlick, select news, it says, conservatives accuse trans activists of illegally sending hormone drugs to children, citing social media. Drugs to children in quotations, trying to lessen the blow. Conservatives accuse. Why does it have to be a conservative thing? Because I've seen a lot of people on social media, including my supporters, when I talk about this on my Instagram story, for which I have a very mixed political bag that follows me, believe it or not. I know my detractors like to say they're all conservatives, not the case, who are equally as disturbed by this story. Next headline, who was Eli Erlick? Activist comes under fire by libs of TikTok. So right off the bat, this is communicating to left-leaning people, oh, this is someone being attacked by conservatives, libs of TikTok, these right-wingers.
So?
You're lessening the blow. And it immediately has the psychological effect to people on that side of the political spectrum to say, at least in some instances, oh, this is one of our people that is being attacked by conservatives. Oh, so typical, trans person being attacked by conservatives. This is not typical. Eli is being called out for very valid reasons. And if you disagree, you need to get your head checked. And then other articles that seem to make Eli the victim. Matt Walsh accused of luring trans people into anti-trans doc, the dangerous deception of Matt Walsh's documentary. At this point, no one should be under any delusion that when you throw the word trans in front of something, suddenly consequences don't really mean shit. And honestly, the fact that Eli hasn't been arrested, this has been going on for about a week or two, people calling Eli out. The fact that there has been no legal action is really disgusting to me. I encourage every single person watching this, if you live in New York, tell the police what's happening. Get this person, where is the accountability? Because if this was any other person posting on social media, minors, DM me, I want to send you drugs, it would be national headlines. The person would be absolutely destroyed legally. It'd be a disaster. And yet, because it's a trans activist, suddenly people are willing to be like, well, it's not that bad. And it's just conservatives attacking her. You know what I mean? It's just right wingers. Even when I was calling Eli out on Instagram the other day, some of you may have seen if you follow me on there, which you should, her response was sunglass emojis. She thinks it's cool. She thinks it's cool what she's doing. And that cockiness, no pun, actually yes pun, is based on the fact that she knows that the chances of her actually facing consequences for this are incredibly low, if not zero. And that's fucked up. There are journalists actually defending Eli. This woman named Alejandra Carabello, who works for Slate and Wired, talking about how there's threats against Eli and how this is so wrong. Alejandra, there's this little thing called priorities. How about before you sympathize with someone who's getting death threats online for being a racist, having an illegal drug trafficking scheme aimed at minors, maybe before you speak up and care about whether she's getting death threats or not, you care about the children, the rape victims. If not all the rape victims, maybe just the one that committed suicide. Fuck you. Even today, Eli tweeted, the hardest part about being trans is the way cis people treat us.
Chill rock.
Oh, poor Eli.
Hey, Craig.
Oh, the poor getting treated so badly by cis people. Oh, the poor drug trafficker. Demented. I truly appreciate the overwhelming support you have all given these past days. Trans misogyny is an epidemic, but together, I know we can defeat it. Trans misogyny. That's what this person thinks is being launched at them. That's how f***ing crazy they are. So here's the deal. I would like everyone to inform the DEA of what's happening. I'll put that link in the description. With that being said, I'm gonna go try to get my blood pressure down. So I love you guys. Make sure you follow this channel as well as my second channel where I have my weekly podcast. So much fun doing that. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Glad to see ya. Glad to see ya. Oh, sis. Queenie! Yes, the gang's all here. Almost. Mel's not here. Timo's not here. Raz isn't here. Let me see something. Oops. Damn it. Well, that sucked. Oh, there's Mel. Hi, Mel. So, that was that giant thing of... So this Eli Erlick, I don't know if you guys saw it, but I had, what did I say? Something about like a, Callie, you gonna get your treat? Easy, Duke. Oh, jeez. I wonder how long you guys have been hearing him. Let's see, hold on. So apparently, I'm not even going to try and guess. I still do not know what actual gender this individual is, so not going to justify or satisfy it by giving it it's a human. Just going with that. So, let's see. We are going to do this right here. So, this individual is a PhD candidate. Oh, California, Santa Cruz, go figure. But yeah, I figured I'd just give you so that you knew that this isn't just something that Blaire was making up or something that was from a while back. It's on here. There's a video that I tried to click it and it's not there, but every month for the past several years I ordered a double dose of hormones and testosterone blockers. So the human is a male making believe to be female, but rapist, abuser, and I just, the garbage that's going on is just Timo. It's like they heard me say their names. I just can't. I can't get over the depths of fucking. The words are in my head and they're not coming out. But could you be any more scum of the earth than to do what this... Oh, apparently now was 16 years old when it started that education resources thing. Whatever. That individual just needs to be completely and totally erased. And since it was such a shitty thing that we just had to watch, and I just don't, I want to share this with y'all because this was awesome. Oh, that was great. I gotta admit, that was really freaking cool. When I watched that the other day, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. But, okay, I just was checking. Comics, true. But I still think we need some Louisville justice. We do. And Mr. Smith. Who else? Who else did you mention? Yeah, I try not to, you guys know me. I try not to go along with what everybody else is doing about how everybody's like, oh, Liz Cheney's out. Everybody's celebrating that or talking about the stupidity of the dried up piece of awful that is. Hey, take it easy. Thank you. My goodness. He's losing his damn mind. That dried up freaking piece of awful OFFAL, not AWFU. Awful, garbage, trash, feces. The liar in chief. I went live off schedule earlier this week. And I lost my DK. I have a feeling I know what that cure is. Let me grab Louisville and then we can ooh, geez, chill rock. Well, so if you had to power wash all day, maybe the worst thing you're dealing with now is that your hands are like bleh. Hopefully that's it. You didn't have to be outside in the heat or anything, did you? Why are you just sitting here with your toy? Why aren't you chewing it? Legitimate form of punishment. Depends. Dang it. Sorry. Jeez. This is early for me to yawn. I even made sure he had something to chew on so that he wouldn't start barking at me. Oh, jeez, chill rock. All right. Sorry about that, little brother. I was off today a bit. I've been off, and I apologize. But I started saying about how I went live off schedule for me when Papa, you should not be cutting and stacking wood. You have that in your arm. I have it in writing that you said you weren't going to. So now you're a fibber. Slow and memorable and agonizing. Don't forget the agonizing. Has to be agonizing. Easy. Could get a pair of those nippers that people use, that farriers use to trim horses' hooves. Just kind of gone. Just saying. I can be. Oh, okay. All right, I feel better now, Papa. I was gonna say. I went off the other day on that video because the audacity of that piece of dried up, desiccated garbage trying to say that recently that there wasn't any inflation. What was that? 2 days ago he said that? Fucking idiot. I went off because this poor mom and the mom and the father lost their youngest, right? The older brother hangs in there for a year, and on the night of the memorial for his little brother, he kills himself because of that dried up, desiccated hunk of shit. Can't do anything right. You have to do that once a month? Yikes. I thankfully only have to do nope strap. What's a nope strap? I know a nope rope. Snake. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, comics. And I have a hat on. Keel hauling. Of course, Timo would think of keel hauling. apologize for one thing and one thing only. Going so far off the deep end with the cuss words. I mean, usually not that bad, but when I made that, I had just read it. I was infuriated and didn't think, and then just, didn't think, just did. Think it through a little better next time, though. But that is one thing. You will be having a perfect, that is me. That is me in all my pissed off, I'm going to kill somebody glory in that video, basically, is what that is. So you want to see me pissed off about something I'm passionate about, that was it. So, Queenie, please let me know if you figure it out, because I'm thinking that we were talking about keel hauling and methods of punishment, and then he starts talking about steak and welding and what? So I'm confused. Easy. Hey. Good. Easy. Okay, I don't think it's catching it. That's too funny. You want some Chianti and some fava beans comics? Good grief. He calmed down, but he went back in. He went back in on it. Well, I need to watch this once we're done, because I want to see how much the Mr. Heavy Breathing over there is coming over. He's got his back leg out like this, and he's just like all on this toy. This is basically, it's a holder, like squishy. And yes, comics, I'm a little slow, alright? We all knew this. Ugh, jeez, die. Don't. You went there. Oh, man. And I just totally forgot what I was saying, because I looked up and saw, hey, you finally got it. Yep, I did. And now I'm completely... Yes, DK, how is your wife doing? I'm hoping everything's cleared up and everything's good to go now on that. You said serious... Oh, die. No playing dumb. No playing dumb. You know why I says that. Okay, Callie's finally messing with hers. Penny's in the other room. I am not... This is water, as always. I haven't been all there. DK, glad to read that. It's funny how some people say, glad to hear it, when they're typing and you don't hear anything. Di got jokes. Di got lots of jokes. Queenie, you just did it! You didn't hear DK say anything! Just messing. It's been a weird week and a half. A little more than a week and a half for me. Everything's not staying on track. I'm all over the place, and it's kind of weird, but I had my infusion. If you guys saw the short, I had my infusion the other day. That's what I was looking at, not at the time. So I had it right here, and didn't really think about it, but that's where this goes. So it's not healing as swiftly. Ugh, comics, yuck. Oh my gosh. I've missed you guys. And I am in and out. I start saying something and then just totally go to something else. I know I'm doing it, and I don't know why. So, I'm going to call a VA tomorrow, see if I can get an appointment set up just to figure out. DK, spread eagled. One on each limb. Chain rather than rope, because rope can be bitten through. Cool, Raz. See, like right now, I'm spaced. He's getting me off to the side here because I'm listening to him huffing like crazy over there. And it's one of those strange days. I haven't had one of these in a while, thank God, while I was going live, but I think this is the first time in quite a while. I think I've been doing this now for 9 months, maybe. I gotta look and see, but I'll figure it out. I'm gonna call the VA and make an appointment, see if I can figure out what the extreme loud noises for a week first. Comics, you threw me off. Again, I don't know what you're talking about. Duke! Thank you. He stops. He freezes. He goes slowly. Slowly. It's louder and louder again. Shiloh! Hi! Everything's copacetic, I guess. Kinda all over the place. And I've decided I'm gonna make a call to the VA tomorrow, see if I can get checked out to see what's going on. Dang it. This is early for me. It's early for me and I'm already yawning. Yeah, I know, comics. But that's actually not, I hope, not one of the problems I'm having. It's a combination of still having partial COVID brain, for lack of a better way of putting it, and when I busted my collarbone way back over a year ago, I think, was January maybe, I think it was? I don't know. And, already did. We got a cold front, Shiloh, and this started about a week and a half before this cold snap type cold front thing came in. Yikes! Die. All night Saturday night. Was the thud your head hitting your pillow? I'm thinking not. Alright, yeah, I'm usually able to stay on track, but I mean, for me, stay on track, but I'm totally not even catching what you're talking about, comics. Or die. Although, wait, you just had coffee? Isn't it like 8:30 for you? Yikes. Hey, take it easy. Oh, that's right. Duh. You are too, DK? It's freaking annoying as hell. It's like we didn't have enough issues already with the brains as it was, you know? Can you guys hear him? Oi! Duke. Slow down. Oh, man. I'm having a hard time trying to stay on track in my brain. Trying to stay on track. So what do I do? I'm having issues staying on track. I have been so off chemtrails. Huh. Oi. Nah. I think I just needs to sleep. But if I did, I'm in the right place to be able to get some. Just don't want it. Oi! Yo! Calico girl. You done? Callie and Penny have a blue one. Duke's is like a tractor tire shaped one. And he's going bananas. No, I know about chemtrails. I just No, it's not COVID hair. When I broke my collarbone, I basically figured to cut it all off. Or not cut it all off, but to cut it short because I couldn't use this arm. So I wasn't able to, wash my hair or do anything. So now that I'm growing it back out and I've got my, I just lost freaking train of thought again. Wow. Yay. Pretty much 95% range of motion back. Hi, sweet. What's she doing? Your brother loud. It's too bad nobody can see you. It's too bad. Nobody can see you, pretty girl. No, I don't. Old lady thinning hair. Well, I don't want to think that I have that. I just, because it was really long when I broke it, so I cut it off, and now I'm growing it out, and it looks horrible. It's a nightmare. I don't always wear hats, only when I'm working outside. Really. He doesn't usually come, Di. He's Oh! No, I didn't have that problem. If I had that, oh wow, I'd have lost my damn mind. Wow, I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know it was a possibility. People that had COVID were losing chunks of hair in... Wow. That is some insane shit. Yes, Shiloh, I actually went to chiropractor today. But he's not trained as an herbalist. Probably he's... Who knows? I'd be glad to see him. Either way. I was gonna do something. Oh, Queenie, I'm sorry. I was gonna do something this live because I've said it a lot and I don't want people to think I'm like one of those people that's like, oh, I know about this. If I know about anything, it's singing. So I was gonna sing, but I'm a chicken shit. Maybe I will. Maybe I will at some point, but I don't know. I just strawberry bacon salad? What? Yikes. That is a hell of a combination right there. Did you make it that way on purpose? Bacon and strawberries. How odd is that? It's very odd. You guys, I'm glad everybody's here. And thank you, all of you, for being here. I'm having a real issue with being able to stay on track. Oh, geez, Queenie. Yeah, comics, I agree. It's still a weird combination, though. You're not gonna get me to change my mind on that. Bacon and strawberries. Maybe if it was a strawberry wrapped in bacon, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Oh, jeez. Yeah. I've seen chocolate covered bacon too. I tried it once. It wasn't that good. What? What I started saying was I'm having problems staying on track with my thought processes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this one early. And I apologize that I'm jumping off early, but I feel... Shiloh, I have had lots of strawberries wrapped in chocolate. But what about a strawberry wrapped in bacon wrapped in chocolate? Oh. Have we thought of a new yum? Oh, jeez. Like I started saying though, I'm having problems staying on track, and I don't think I even really everything that I was hearing in my head, I thought I heard myself say. I don't think I actually even said anything on the video as like a reaction. So today's an off day for me, and I apologize. Comics, go make you some food. Stay cool. No more welding meat. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cause I mean, just nothing's staying in my head. So Shiloh, I will, and thank you for that. I like bananas, so I might just buy bananas, dip them in peanut butter, melted peanut butter. Thank you everybody for being here. I apologize for being so off today. I don't know. Oh, Queenie. I'm 5 years older than you, Queenie. Callie, what are you doing? She's now sitting on my foot. You ready to go? You ready to go, Cal? Is he freaking you out with that heavy breathing? I love you guys. I love you too, Queenie. You're awesome. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I feel strange jumping off early, but nothing that I want to say. I don't even think I've said anything that I intended to say today. So hopefully next week will be better. I will do a short to give y'all an update to let you know what's going on with the VA after I talk to them. So love you guys. Ground crew, stay cool, and I hope that I will see everyone next week.